Hey you guys, this is Mira and I am very glad to meet you to my very special Let's Play The Vampire the Masquerade. As you know, just recently I finished the Fallout 3 games and I decided, you know what, I wanna create a little bit of the congratulations let's play in order to celebrate my finishing of the Fallout 3 game. And you know what, I've made a little bit of research and found quite a lot of quite positive reviews about this specific game, and also the key word that got my attention was the role playing, where you can create the character with your own personality and deal with this, and you are creating your own fate and dealing with the consequences. That's the game I do like. Plus, role playing plus good reviews, so it kind of got my attention, and I decided I wanna try it. So I never played this game before, however I'm kind of learning on my mistakes, and guys, I'm sorry, I kind of remember my last mistake with the Fallout 2, when I spent too much time with investigating every single skill in the game. It kind of took about half of my footage in here. So I decided, you know what, I will make a little bit of the investigation of the skills out of the screen, so I would not spend that much time on this part. And yeah, so enough of my random mumbling. It will be self-explanatory, and I'll try to explain everything during the process. So let's just go and start the game. Sorry for that. The world of the darkness is the place where immortal monsters put the streams of humanity. Violence and despair are common here. The world is bleak, but escape. I didn't manage to read it on time. And guys, even though I'm kinda eager to answer these questions, I'm kinda afraid it will be too many questions, and once again I'll spend quite a lot of time, so I'll go directly to the character. And as you can see, I'm always tending to keep my game patched to the latest patches. I got it patched to the official patch and an official 7.5 plus patch. So yeah, like I said, I made a little bit of the investigation through the clans and through the skills, so I'll try to describe them really briefly, so for you guys who do not know the game itself, it would be a little easier to figure out what's what. So the Bruja or Bruja, I don't exactly know how they should be pronounced correctly. Basically, these guys are they're kind of typical fighters who prefer dealing with everything using the physical power in brutal way. So maybe that's the reference to their clan name, Brutal, Bruja. Well, I'll call them the Bruja. So yeah, they their advantage is that they are more combat, advanced in combat, and they're not that social, and they tends to get frenzied more often. I'm not exactly sure what's frenzy look like, what it is. Well, I know what's frenzy means, but I won't judge the game because I simply don't know it just yet. So yeah, like, kinda they are powerful, but they less stable in mental way, and they basically cannot keep their pace, like keep with the socialism. The gangrel guys, basically they are the mages, but for you guys who are playing the role-playing game, it would be more understandable if I say they are like the druids, the supporters. They kinda sorry, they kinda can recall animals and became themselves in animals. So, and they are also not that social, like they also tend to get frenzied, and basically their main advantages are during the frenzy attacks. Once they become crazy, they kind of becomes like simply the beasts, like the normal beast will usually do. Malkavian, these are quite strange, and I'd better put it this way, like the lunatics. They kind of became insane. I'm not sure exactly what caused them to be insane, but well, maybe like their way of living, like they don't be a vampire. But to me, as I understood them, they're something in the middle between like goths and emos. Well, I don't want to say something bad about these groups like emos and goth. Well, that's simply what kind of these guys remind me about. Well, I don't know, it kind of feels like they also might have some suicidal tendencies, and they kind of quite observant, like an increased inspection, and I'll explain a little bit later what exactly the inspection is. But yeah, they're quite observant, maybe because like a balance, like say if the person is blind, he has the better hearing abilities. So, and like these guys, they're kinda insane, but they also kinda have some other abilities in a more advanced way, or I would even put it this way, like in fantastic shape. Nosferatu guys, females are just ugly, so I'll put it the males. Yeah, he looks more natural. Like, as you can see, the Nosferatus are the least human-like creatures. Well, they are the vampires, but at the same time, their appearance, well, it's kind of their curse. They simply cannot show up in front of the humans, and they need to hide themselves. So, as you probably can understand, because of their survival and survivability, they're kind of masters of the sneaking and all this stuff. Toreador, sorry, my throat is really brings me out of the shape. Toreadors, well, to put it in the most obvious ways, they're kind of typical Hollywood handsome guys who tend to do everything like without violence. Like they prefer doing everything with a speech, like say persuasion, seduction, all that stuff. And basically they are the most close to humans, so their humanity grows and drops like with double rate. So basically, they can become very humanable in very quickly, or they can lose their humanity quite quickly as well. And yeah, I agree. They kind of very hot and look very sexy. Tremere, well, to put it in the most simple way, they like the pure mages. But if the not Toreador, Gangrel were like the supporters, the druids, these guys are literally like the battle mages. Like they have attacking spells, they have the defending spells, this kind of arsenal, the spells which we either can protect them or either kill enemies or hurt them for quite much. Well, however, yeah, as long as they are the mages, they kinda quite limited in physical abilities, like all this strengths and so on and so forth. And the last one is the Ventru. So basically, the Ventrus are like the VIP, the elite group of the vampires. Like say, they're also quite hot, and they have quite interesting. Well, not interesting, quite an attractive appearance. Well, even with this a little bit of the lacking polygons. Okay, place it scared back. Well, they also tend to solve their all these problems like without violence, using their persuasion, all that stuff. And the disadvantages are quite minor. Like say, well, they are kind of VIP, so they prefer like all the high quality, and the low quality, like say blood, basically makes them vomit, and basically they cannot like feed with their rats. It kind of makes me vomit myself. Maybe I'm also, but it also doesn't mean that I am a Ventru. Well, I mean me. So here are a little bit of the clans, and guys, let's actually see how good you know me. Well, especially the guys who knew me already through all this Fallout 3 game. Like, according to your logic, like, and according to my personality and my preferences, what do you think, like, which clan of this I would pick? And kinda, I would be glad if you comment it in the write it in the comments, like what did you think I might be? And I'll just wait for a couple seconds for you to make your decision and write it down, and accordingly what most likely I will pick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, you guys, you are correct if you said that I'm gonna be the Gangrel. Yeah, guys, I just can imagine that some of you, like, shocked, like, why would I do this? Why the Gangrel? Well, the race which gets an advantages only in a frenzy mode. Well, I put it this way, guys. I kinda like, all this sneaking stuff and all this shit, but as I said in the Fallout 3, I wanna try something different, something out of my box, because playing the same types of the characters over and over again is kind of becoming a little bit, well, boring, I put it this way. And Also, I actually wanna try the gameplay itself, like the clan that kinda depends on the blood. So yeah, that's my choice. And also I ran through the history. So history basically is kinda if you wanna get one advantages over the other, and actually I do, and I'm going to be the Martitian, and basically this is just like the swapping order of my skills, which I'm gonna go like right now, and I'll explain you why I did this.